It is my great pleasure to welcome you to the world of learning new concepts and current trends, so let's start. All right, everyone, welcome. If you missed our mid-semester sync for the database module, don't worry. This debrief has everything you need to know. We're going to walk through all the key updates and action points, so you'll be completely up to speed in just a few minutes. So what was this all about? Well, our module leader, Athir Mahir, really set the tone. The goal was simple but absolutely crucial. Get the entire teaching team on the exact same page. Why? So we can help our students crush the second half of the term. And just so we're clear, this wasn't just some casual catch-up. This was the official module standardization meeting too. The Regent College London guidance tells us the whole point is to share what's working, check in on student progress, and get ourselves ready for that big final assessment. Okay, here's our game plan for this debrief. We'll start with the meeting's main goal. Then we'll look at a new way to handle student communication and get super clear on the summative assignment. After that, we're going to dive into a new marking tool, cover the key questions that came up, and wrap up with your action plan. Let's do it. So, let's kick things off with the why. Why have this meeting right in the middle of the semester? Well, it's totally strategic. It's the perfect time to make those small tweaks that can have a huge impact on student outcomes before we hit that final stretch. First on the agenda was a challenge I'm sure we've all faced, our day-to-day communication with students. A new strategy was put on the table to make those little interactions way faster and a lot more effective. The problem really boils down to this, right? Our students have these small, quick-fire questions that can just get completely lost in a crowded email inbox. So how can we give them better, more immediate support for those little things? The solution is this two-channel approach. Look, Canvas is still our official home. That's for the big stuff, formal announcements, assignment submissions, all that. But for the day-to-day chatter, we're bringing in MS Teams as an informal, fast lane. Think of it as a helpful side channel, not a replacement. And getting it set up is super simple. It's literally just 3 steps. 1, create a new Teams channel for your tutorial group. 2, invite all your students. And 3, just start using it. Pop in reminders, share useful links, and answer those quick questions. It's a great way to build a bit of community and be there for them right when they need it. Okay, next up, we shifted gears to another really critical topic, making sure there's total consistency in how we talk to students about their main summative assignment. The number one goal here is just absolute clarity and fairness. We've got to make sure every single student, it doesn't matter which tutorial group they're in, gets the exact same information. No mixed messages, zero confusion. So, to make that happen, a standardized video briefing has been created, and it is very direct about the non-negotiables. It makes it crystal clear. The deadline is firm. No wiggle room, no exceptions, and all submissions have to go through Turnitin on Canvas, period. Now let's get into the most detailed part of the meeting. This is about a powerful new tool that's designed to bring some much-needed consistency and efficiency to how we all handle marking and feedback. So why this new tool? Well, it came from a direct observation from Athir. He was really frank and said he felt that marking across our big team hasn't always been consistent. This tool is the direct answer to that challenge. So here's a look at the tool. It's an Excel template that breaks the entire assignment down into its different parts. All we have to do is enter a performance level from 0 to 4 for each component, and the template does the rest. It automatically calculates the mark and generates a standard comment. The automation is a really key feature. For instance, if you tell the sheet a submission was 2 days late, boom, it automatically calculates and applies the standard 10-mark penalty. There's no guesswork involved, just a consistent application of the rules for every single student. Okay, now this is the crucial part, how the feedback actually works. The template gives you 2 options. You can either use the standard auto-generated comment, which is great for consistency, or you can write your own custom comment for that specific individual feedback. And this is important. Your custom comment will always override the standard one, so you're always in control. Once you're finished marking, the tool pulls everything together into a single block of raw text. You can see it here. It's got the mark and the comment for every single criterion, plus the final grade all ready for you to copy. But to make it even better, the template also creates an HTML version. When you paste this version into Canvas, it automatically formats everything with bolding and clear sections. It just makes the feedback so much easier for students to read and understand. It's a small thing, but it makes a huge difference. Of course, anytime you introduce a new process like this, it's going to bring up some good questions. The Q&A session was awesome for really stress testing these ideas and making sure everyone was clear on how it would work in practice. So the first big concern was about policy. One tutor brought up a really good point, saying, hey, I think the college prefers us to stick to Canvas and has had issues with Teams in the past. A totally valid concern. And the clarification on this was essential. Canvas remains the one and only official channel. The Teams channel is purely for informal, quick stuff, especially for our in-person classes that don't have that built-in chat. It's meant to complement Canvas, not replace it. The second major concern was about the marking template. A tutor voiced a worry that the auto-generated comments might end up being too generic, too impersonal, and that we'd lose that important individual feedback. And the solution was already built right into the tool. The module leaders showed us that if you type anything at all into that custom comment box, the template uses your words and completely ignores the pre-made text. This means you can always be as specific and as personalized as you need to be. So, after all the discussion and all the clarifications, what does this all boil down to? Well, it leads to a very clear, very simple action plan for every tutor moving forward. The action plan was kept as simple as possible. There are just two key things for everyone to do this week. Number 1, set up that MS Teams chat channel for your group. Number 2, share the assignment briefing video in your next session and post the link in that new channel. That's it. Simple. You know, at the end of the day, all these changes are designed to do two things: make our communication faster and our marking fairer. So the real question for all of us now is, how are these new tools for communication and consistency going to change the way you support your students for the rest of the term?